I'll just wait a little bit here to see if anybody comes on. As of right now, there's nobody, and I just don't want to talk to myself. But in case, again, someone watches this afterwards, welcome to the first live stream for the Adventure Overland YouTube channel. We're just getting ready to go camping tomorrow. Cheyenne is at work. Well, we got one person here, so and welcome. As I was just letting everyone, as I was just saying, we're just getting ready to go camping here tomorrow, and I just thought, hey, I would go live and just kind of show you guys what we bring, and haven't gone live yet, so to whoever who watches and during the live, and thank you so much, and for those of you who watch afterwards, I appreciate you guys too. So if you have any questions, just leave them. Hopefully I can see those questions here. I haven't gone live in a while, but here's hoping that they'll just pop up. I don't want to mess anything, but as of right now, just hopefully everything is working here. And yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of messing with stuff. But yeah, I'll just turn the camera around and show you guys what we have going so far. So this is basically, we'll still have our mattress that we'll throw in the back here. The rooftop tents do come with a foam pad, but you know, for the young kids, it's probably not so bad. But for us, when we get older, that's not enough. So I have just a piece of 1.5 inch memory foam that is in that case there. That's where we keep our sleeping bags and in my mattress. And then Cheyenne has one, I think it's about 2 inches, that we keep inside, just because it was a little bit more money, and it doesn't fold up the same as what mine does. So that's where she'll sit there. We're just going to be bringing Maverick today, or sorry, tomorrow. So he's going to be sitting there, obviously, or in the front, wherever he ends up. Yeah, we just got the fridge cooling right now. I have it just plugged into AC power, because it actually works a lot quicker and it's a lot easier than eco mode. Right now we got -1 and 2. This one is set for -4. That one's set for -2, so it's almost there. This has been going on for maybe 20 minutes, if that, and it was in reading when I first plugged it in, I think like 19 to 21 degrees. So it works incredibly well. So, but yeah, we're just going to do the propane fireplace here. We got a guy jamming over there. With the cost of wood and how much you really need, you know, nowadays to make it last, this is just going to be so much easier, and this will last us all night and multiple. And it's basically the cost of what wood is. So we can fill up the propane for about 30 bucks. And to buy the amount of wood that we would need to just make it, you know, a few hours would be easily $30-40. And that would probably still be cutting it pretty short. So we do have our fishing rods, hopefully to do some fishing. We're going to be going up the East Harrison. We've done a few videos up there, and we might go to where, when we went to the hot springs and we had our dinner at the end of the night, we might go there. But there is a place a little bit closer. I believe it's called Max Cove and Cook's Cove. It's this really cool little, or a double like inlet. I'm sorry, I'm outside right now, so it might be a little bit noisy with traffic. But it looks really, really neat, and it's closer too. So I don't want to go too far in the back country because of the tires, unfortunately. So for dinner, we're just going to be doing burgers and Caesar salad. I just brought everything out so I can pack as I'm talking to you guys. These are just the burgers I buy. Well, 90% of the time I make my own burgers, but I'm just trying to make it simple and cheap. So just 2 patties for Cheyenne and myself. And Tynan and Jada just came back from their weekend trip here. So they had fun and they made it. Addison would come with us, but she is spending a week and doing a training course to kind of, it's a introductory to being a firefighter. So that's really cool, and we're super proud of her for doing that. Snacks, party mix, a little bit of beef jerky, chocolate, got our buns, got a little bit of breakfast, which is a muffin that we'll split. Cheyenne has been on this kind of like health craze, so I have to join in that, unfortunately. Don't know if you guys like Prime. I love it. It's way better than Gatorade. I learned that, you know, I was kind of like everybody, well, a lot of people, I don't want to drink this stuff because of the person who makes it, and it's kind of, I don't know. I just, I was always drinking the Gatorade Zero, and when I started to compare the two, Gatorade and Zero is definitely not very healthy for you. There's a lot of cancer products in there, and it's the coloring, the dye, so that's not good. We have 3 people here, and welcome the 3 of you to the first live stream for Adventure Overland. I'm not seeing the comments, unfortunately. Let me see if I can at least one. Okay, no, I don't want to start a highlight. Well, one person has given a thumbs up. If someone of the 3 here can give me one more thumbs up just to say, hey, so I know that, oh, there we go. Now I can see some live chat. Hey, Jeremy, can you just give me just an emoji that everything is good to go there? Oh, hopefully that's still working. I just flipped off here. Sorry, last time I tried doing this, the camera was all messed up and whatever, but for the 3 of you guys that are on, oh, there we go. Live chat, all visible messages. Got it. Okay, thanks, Jeremy. I think everything is good to go here. So, well, we have 4 people. That's pretty darn good. Tynan just came on. That's my boy. Like I was just saying that he came back from a pretty epic trip, so he'll be posting a video pretty soon. Almost swamped his truck, but he made it home, so he's good. So yeah, now this is a little bit more embarrassing that Tynan is on here. But yeah, anyways, I was just kind of showing everybody just what we bring when we go camping here. The fridge is almost up to temp. I just brought everything out to go, well, just to have and ready. I like to be as prepared as I possibly can. So even though we're not leaving till tomorrow, I just like to get it all done and ready to go. So I just did a video yesterday because I wanted to make sure that my rooftop tent was good. That one's going to be going live tomorrow. I had plans this year to go in winter camping, and unfortunately we just had a lot of rain and not much snow. And when we did get snow, it was way too much snow. And going out in the backcountry, I was worried about what happens if it snows that much more and we get stranded out there. So my tent basically just sat on the top of the truck. And the year before that, we kept it inside, and you know, trying to protect our tent, because it's a pretty big investment. So and one thing too that you guys will probably see during this live here is, yep, that's, you can keep that -9, Jeremy. It's today is probably 20 degrees ish. We have a few more days of this really nice weather, and then we drop down to about 8 degrees, which isn't too bad. As I was just saying, I have a stutter. I've had it my entire life, and luckily when we're creating YouTube content, we can edit that out. But you guys are going to see that in this live stream here. Now, mine is really fluctuated with having, you know, the typical like I, and no laughing. And now it's kind of just turned into where I've gotten to the point where I don't do that anymore. It's more of a pause, and that's really like my brain just trying to work it out to get that word out. So you will see that sometimes, and I'm sure maybe some of you have picked that up uh, watching some of our videos. So it is what it is. I'm not ashamed of it. I've had this my entire life, and yeah, makes me different. But anyways, so as I was saying about the tent, I was worried that it was going to be in rough shape. I thought for sure there's going to be a little hole in the top there, and but it's all good. So I opened that up, and I kind of went over a little bit more about the tent, and that video is basically called, you know, can a rooftop tent survive a Canadian winter? And as long as you keep your and cover in good shape, and I kind of go over a few ways of what I do to keep it that way, then yeah, so not much other than that, guys, going on. I'm just checking, make sure there's no other comments, but yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and it means a lot. This channel is definitely, sorry, my brother is liking an Instagram post. This channel is definitely doing way better than our other channel did, and I know we have some people that have come over from the Adventures Are Us channel, and a few of the videos, like the abandoned hospital, that is from that channel. And I just thought, hey, it's a video that I could put on here and it not be too crazy different. And it hasn't done as good as I thought it would, but sometimes that takes time. But I really appreciate just making this type of content. And what I mean by that is our other channel, for those of you guys who don't know, is a mine exploring channel. And we worked really hard to get it to where it is. We're almost at 9,000 subscribers on that channel. And it's a lot of work, you know, being a small YouTuber. There's millions and millions of videos being uploaded daily. So for us to get any type of traction was pretty incredible. And unfortunately, though, when you make a channel that is so, you know, it's a mine exploring channel, and when you try to, you know, upload different content, it doesn't get and received well, and your views then are junk. And we put a lot of effort in that channel with just the amount of research we have to do, the trying to get to the mine itself. And a lot of times they're up, you know, way high in the mountains, lots of hiking, lots of driving, our dirt bikes. And for those videos, it's a lot. And, you know, by the time we were done this summer, we would look back at kind of what we did and almost be disappointed with ourselves that, you know, we spent so much time trying to create these mine exploring videos that, you know, we didn't go out and do anything else. Yes, you know, we would camp sometimes, and yes, we would ride our dirt bikes and do some off-roading and stuff like that, but we still just, our main goal was to get to that mine so we could film it. And being so laser focused on that end result, you know, we didn't take the time to kind of enjoy, you know, the views, the nature. It was just about getting to that abandoned mine, getting underground, and getting it filmed. So with this channel, we are trying to make it, as I like to say, kind of a family-friendly channel. We've been able to do more in these, I think this channel has been now live for about 5 months. Got our guy ripping by on a bike here. And the amount of things we've been able to do in those 5 months makes up almost for the past couple years. You know, we've done a couple fire towers, and we will be doing some camping and just getting out doing the things that we love and why we moved here to BC. Just want to say just again really quickly to the 4 people watching right now, really appreciate you guys a lot. So This is the first live. I want to make these lives more of I just don't want to sit here and just blabber the entire time. In the future, we'll kind of do things like talk about just, in recovery gear and things like that. So I know this might not be for everybody, but I definitely appreciate you. And for anyone who's maybe come and go, because I'm watching the numbers go up and then come back down again. We're getting ready to go on a camping trip tomorrow. Cheyenne's at work, and I am just doing the packing here. Flip you guys around. So yeah, I just came out and I'm gonna just pack the fridge here. I have it. It's basically now up to temp, which is good. I don't need it that cold. But this thing works incredibly good. I kind of wish I could use it more, but it is what it is. But it's really nice because it's got the light. So at nighttime, that's the freezer side. That's the fridge side. And I know I've kind of talked about it, but maybe you guys didn't see that video. But you can open it on both sides, which is super handy and really nice. In the beginning, before I had the rollout kitchen, I had the fridge this way. So, the kids in the back could just reach in, grab it. Or if I was back here doing any cooking, because we had a little table at one point in time, I could go in it this way. So this is definitely a good one if you're doing like a van build or whatever. But yeah, this is what we're just going to be doing for supper. We got burgers, Caesar salad, our snacks, our alcoholic and adult beverages. Don't be hating on the Mike's Hard Lemonade. I used to drink beer, and what I mean by that, I'm not saying, sorry, just moving that, I'm not at all like a big drinker by any means. I like it when I go camping, to have a beer when I'm cooking or sitting by the fire. But beer it doesn't work in my system anymore. So I need to drink, more of like my teenage drinks, and it's either Mike's, or I would buy this root beer vodka that was actually really, really good. But yeah, so again, if you guys have any questions, making sure that nothing is popping up here that I'm not seeing. Oh, chat, Isabel, okay. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good summer, or a good spring break. And sorry, we've had some great weather here. It will be changing in the next week or so, as I kind of said. But for those of you who are maybe just joining us, Cheyenne's at work. She's a healthcare aide at the hospital here. She's been doing that for 15-ish years or more. Unfortunately, when COVID hit, hopefully I can say that on the live stream and not get demonetized, she was working at two places. A beautiful retirement home in Agassiz. That's the next town over. We actually drive through that to go to our camping spot. And beautiful, beautiful retirement home. But when COVID hit, she had to choose which one. And she was doing part-time there, part-time here. And it obviously made sense to work in town here, so she could either walk or, it would save on gas. So, but yeah, we'll be heading out tomorrow. For those of you, again, who maybe didn't watch that video, excuse me, keep a lot of our just kind of like, tablecloths, paper towel, can opener, utensils, salt and pepper in here. Here's where I keep extra propane. Got some spices here, dried onions. I love this stuff. Some spices. We'll just do an instant coffee. All those people who bring, those coffee things that I forgot what they're called. Way overkill. I'm as long as I'm drinking coffee, I don't care what it is. Got our sugar. Keep some soap and stuff there. We got our big water jug. Just going to do the propane fire because the cost of wood just not worth it anymore. I know I might be kind of repeating a lot of the stuff, but for those of you who are new here, we just use this to carry our sleeping bags because it will probably get pretty cold because we're going about in 30K in the backcountry. We use in 2 sleeping bags each, and then under this is my foam pad, and then Cheyenne's will sit on top here. It's a lot thicker. We got our fishing poles to do some fishing, hopefully. And yeah, the truck is basically ready to go. So might be a little overkill doing it the day before, but like I said earlier, I like to have everything ready so it's easy for me. But we're now up again to 4 people. Really appreciate it, guys. I kind of, you know, if you want to kind of hear everything else I talked about, just how much I appreciate this channel and what it's meant to us just personally, because it made it so we've been able to go out and do other adventures than just mine exploring. So I'm really looking forward to this summertime. I'm really looking forward to getting out and just doing some camping, because that's one thing that I miss a lot. You know, the first year that so 2 years ago now is when I started this Overland build, and my first year was just, I got just so focused on buying everything and just, you know, got the rooftop tent. Well, I wanted more, you know. I don't want to say I'm like an appearance guy by any means, but I got so laser focused on trying to build this Overland rig, you know, to be the most convenient and just easy to set up. Just roll up to a spot, basically pop the tent, you're good to go. Because that's one thing I kind of, I wouldn't say I dislike about camping, but it definitely does add a stress. You know, when our kids were younger and they would come camping with us on oh, sorry, there's Ron. Hey, Ron. Do you worry about car break-ins with all that stuff visible in your truck? Absolutely. When we go hiking, we almost power walk when we know we're getting close, because realistically, it would be so easy for somebody to take our traction boards, because basically that's just on there by 2 straps and a GoPro mount, which keeps it more solid. I am also nervous. It'd be kind of pointless to cut the backpack, but you know, you could go in it. I don't keep anything valuable, just, you know, extra ropes and oil, things like that. Realistically, it wouldn't be hard to cut the gas can out. And again, my awning here, it would be difficult to get at that, but if you had, you know, a saw, you could just cut the bracket there. That's just an L bracket, so really nothing special. And if you took enough time, you probably could unscrew it. The tent sits on top, and I did that purposely to make it so it would be harder to take, but it's definitely possible. Like I said, we definitely sprint back when we are getting back to wherever, you know, we were, because I am worried. I try to make sure that we don't leave anything visible. I think having the dash cam on the front might act a little bit like a deterrent. You know, it'd be easy to take these off too. You could basically just twist them and, you know, cut the wires, pull them out a little bit. So it definitely does, it happens a lot here in BC, unfortunately. So many people go out camping and they come back and their car is basically sitting on blocks. So it's horrible, and it makes you nervous when you know, that's a great way to come back after, you know, a beautiful hike, beautiful views, spending time with your family and friends, to then have no tires or your car and window has been broken into. So I hear about that all the time. I do mention that in a future video here when we explore the Chipmunk Caves, the Chilliwack Lake Road, a beautiful, gorgeous road. Unfortunately, on that road, there's a lot of people that are, you know, down on their luck and whatever you want to call it, and that road is really bad for that. So it is always on my mind. I appreciate the question, Ron, and I appreciate, you know, the support. So there's been a few people that I know watch on a regular basis and comment, and I know you guys hear this all the time, but that does really, really help. And like I was saying earlier, this channel has definitely grown way quicker than our last channel did. It took years before we got to 500 subs, and then we hit kind of that mark where, you know, we are just, I wouldn't say trending, but definitely was picking up a little bit. And now we sit almost at 9,000. But this channel is a little over 520 subs, and we've been, you know, doing this channel for about 5 months. So to me, that's, you know, like 100-ish a month, which is really, really good. Really grateful. And I appreciate you guys just enjoying the content. You're not going to see a super tricked out rig. You're not going to see a vehicle that is super, super capable. Would I like all those things? Of course, I think we all would. But that's not, you know, that's not going to happen right now. So it is what it is. I just hope that maybe I motivate and I motivate people that have thought about it, and just to see that again, we're getting to some pretty beautiful and epic locations with an all-wheel drive truck. So on that note, real quickly, for those of you who didn't watch that video, and I don't blame you, it was kind of boring, the shop is not going to warranty my tires. So 3 out of the 4 are 7/32. I think that's how you say it. I might be wrong. One is at 4/32, or whatever it is. 32. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. So they said that these tires are basically on track to meet their, you know, an average kilometers of what they would then give a warranty on, which I think and realistically is a bunch of bullshit. At this rate, like I said, I'd be lucky to get halfway through the summer with these tires, which is not even close to 2 years. So it's really disappointing. I kind of wish maybe I didn't push them to, so I called the Falcon Tire and Warehouse in California. I spoke to a lady. It was really easy to get a hold of her, and I kind of explained my situation, and she told me that for me to tell the shop to then call Action Tire, or sorry, Action Tire is where I got the tires from. I was supposed to call Action Tire, tell them to call the Falcon and Warehouse there in California and call the warranty department, and they could then just authorize the yes, it's a good warranty, no, it's not. And sure enough, within a few hours, Action Tire called me back and basically told me, you know, they could warranty one tire, and I think it's this one over here. But you guys can see, and hopefully you can, I'm gonna turn the camera around. This tread is pretty, like, no bad wearing. It's not like it's bald on this side or that side. So it's definitely wearing, my personal opinion, pretty darn good. When the shop guy rubbed his hands over this, he did say that, I think he called it coupling. You know, if I go from here to here, you can see, obviously, like my finger's catching. And he was really just like, yeah, they're not wearing very well. There's an issue here and blah, blah, blah. I kind of thought, you know, if this side is bald, well then yeah. So I knew that they were going to be pretty picky about things. And it's just disappointing because, like I said, they, you know, I bought these tires off of them. They put my rough country leveling kit on. They installed, helped Tynan install his lift. He was there, and he bought the rims from them. He bought the tires from them. So it's not like we're just some, Joe Blow people who come in one day and then just, I'm trying to get some free tires off of them. That's not the case. Sorry, making sure there's no other comments. So it's definitely disappointing. I definitely won't be going back as a customer. I just had a comment on one of our tire videos. Hey, that's her daughter.
Are you on live?
I am on live.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah. All right, see ya. So yeah, that's Addison. That's my little baby girl. So she's embarrassed now, and the same color I think as our traction boards. But yeah, it's disappointing that the shop didn't offer like anything, didn't offer to help, give me a deal on something else. I'm not expecting, a handout or freebie. It's just, I thought with, our relationship, they would have at least tried to help. But they didn't. So it is what it is. So yeah, I'll probably cut this, short now, guys. We've been going for about a half an hour. So to everyone who has, joined, left, I really appreciate you guys a lot. Like I've said, I think multiple times in this video, it means a lot to be able to share, just our adventures with you. And hopefully we can be somewhat and relatable, and know that, hey, you don't need to have all this, like the fancy Jeeps with the tracks and the $4,000 roof tent and blah 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 to then go out and have a good time. So I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. If you could, if you watch this now, you watch this later, give it a thumbs up. It does, again, and really help. Just to do a quick recap, in the future when I do more lives, I'll make it more kind of on a topic. Maybe we talk a little bit about the recovery gear that we use. And if you watched our one video when we got stuck, we got to test out everything. So that will maybe be our next live. And because again, I am a cheap guy, so my overlanding and recovering gear is cheap too. So, but that's it, guys. I really appreciate, again, each and every one of you. I'm sounding like a broken record. I hope you guys all have a great spring break. The video about our tent, it will be going live tomorrow, I believe. And then after that is the cave explorer, and then the lost mine video. And then after that, you guys will probably be seeing our camping trip that will be going on tomorrow. So appreciate everybody. Have a great spring break, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.